tryptophan or whatever you call it, but y'all still good? Yeah. All right, because guess what? We do this agenda methodically. So the person coming up now, if you aren't energetic, she's gonna give it to you anyway. She's vibrant, her energy is contagious. She is a fireball. She's gonna light this stage up and talk to you guys about how to use events to build your business. Do me a big favor, get on your feet for Miss Sana Garrett. Give her a round of applause. Give me a minute. I'm out of breath. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Sana Garrett Smith. I'm the quiet, shy type. You don't even know me like that. I'm gonna cover a few things, but I'm gonna tell you a little bit about myself, and it's gonna pretty much piggyback on what they talked about today. About having that belief and why your why gotta be so big. Because if you don't have a big why or big belief in what you're doing, you're gonna let anybody throw you off course. Anybody. Because they gonna come out with some crazy stuff, you'll be surprised. For myself personally, I come from a very large, economically challenged family. 11 of us. I'm gonna be transparent today because a lot of y'all see me here, but y'all don't know the struggle I went through. I asked my mother when I was 5 years old, how was I going to go to college? And she told me, don't worry about college, the government will pay for it, welfare. I knew at 5 that I was destined for something better. 5. And I counted on my fingers all the way till I was 18 to say, hey, I'll be out of here. I failed the first grade, so I had to go to 19. I did, that's a true story. But then I joined the Army. Spent a little over 20 years. Where my soldiers at? Oh, can I get a horn? All right, we're going to lean forward in the foxhole today. Join the Army. Make it rank very fast. See, I don't believe in waiting around for nothing to happen. I believe in making something happen. I started from saving $700 a month to over 6 figures when I got out of the Army with my mortgage company. I did mortgages for about 7 to 8 years. Even when the economy was bad, I still was making 6 figures. Even when I didn't see or talk to Ivy anymore, I still made 6 figures because my why, my perseverance, even though I was not in the previous company anymore. I was told they had filed bankruptcy. I'm like, okay, so. I didn't allow that to stop me. Started my company, made a lot of money, no passive or residual income. That's what I didn't like. And so I loved when I was in doing mortgages, I had to be creative because I didn't know anything about mortgages. Yep. But I knew when I went to a closing that this person that closed my sister's loan made about $8,000 on a $130,000 deal. This back in 2005. I knew the back of that form there before because of what they had taught me previously. the principles that I have been applying and not even being in touch with them. Isn't that something? So that was my biggest challenge is, okay, I got to get in front of some people. I'm sorry doing mortgages, walked in this company, told this lady that was a mortgage broker that was going to work for her company. I'm going to get in front of about 75, 100 soldiers, and she'll make a lot of money off me in 2 years, because you got to be a loan officer for 2 years before you can get your broker's license. So she said, how you going to get on Fort Jackson? I've been doing this for 12 years, besides you don't know anything about mortgages. I said, what I'm going to bring you is value to your company. And then I'm going to leave you and get my broker's license. I'm going to be on the radio, I'm going to be on billboards, and I'm going to teach financial literacy. See, once Ida gave me that, it didn't stop me for doing what I had to do. So one of my biggest things that I really enjoyed as I was getting creative with my mortgage business is I would like to do a lot of networking events. And I get an extra 5 minutes for that, Brian. My concept has never changed. So this is what we're going to talk about today is event marketing. See, you should have no excuse after I cover today why you can't build your business. None, zero. Because there's a plethora of ways of you getting in front of people. It's just a matter of you being stretched a little bit, pull a little bit out of your comfort zone. To learn some new truths and some new beliefs. And if you're comfortable, something wrong. You got to be stretched a little bit. And until you get stretched, that's when it really tells you who you are, right? See, we had the young lady up here preach. I'm gonna preach a little bit more, right? Right here, I'm preaching. All right. So I love event marketing. Now, see, I'm a little bit of extra because everything I do in the state of excellence. You ever ask a person how they doing? They say they all right. Now, when you ask me how I'm doing, I'm super fantastic. See, when you're always operating in a state of excellence, you got to be a higher operation. Don't like when nobody around this is all right. You ever hear a man say, she left me, I was a good man? This is just an example, guys. Hold on. I know I got favoritism towards the women, but this is just an example. Say, why she leaving? I was a good man, because you just got poor results. When you're good, you get poor results. When you're excellent, you get good results. When you walk in a state of excellence, incredible, exceptional, when people ask you how you're doing, then you get excellent results. Y'all get that? So never, when a person asks you how you doing, try to call when you go call a service or something like the phone company, your cell phone, and they say, how you doing? Say, I'm incredible, exceptional, fantastic. And you're like, whoa. But see, they just going about their everyday life, right? Just existing. See, there's a shortage of people out here. It's a matter of who you're willing to share your opportunity with and not being afraid, like Brian said earlier, I'm a secret business person. You ain't gonna grow your business high. So what I did is I got creative. I didn't know anybody when I got back to Columbia. My sister came to move here from Oklahoma. I didn't know anybody. But what I had was a skill set. And what I have, I believed in everything that I did. So we're going to come through both of these slides real quick because I did half of my time with dancing, not with rap. But this is my display. Oh, all my stuff, what? All my stuff gone, team? Anyway, when I say extra, when you're setting up something, you want to do whatever you got to do to attract people to your booth. I love event planning because now you're making something happen. You're not waiting for something to happen. You got to inject yourself in these things. You can't just, well, I ain't got no people to talk to. You ain't getting none of mine, as Albert said. Now we can work together. And part of the things that I recommend, I'm a little extra now, is I do above and beyond. I like my lights. Because I'm marketing me. That's me. Some people say, well, she always marketing herself. She only cares about her business. You're right. Because I got to focus on me and get mine. So I like the lights. I have a giveaway. I have a TV. Now, before I do this, I get my team together and say, hey, we're going to have a booth on this date. By the way, September 10th is our next one. We got one before that. And we come up with whatever it costs, we come up with the $75 a piece. And then we set it up for everybody to run it 2 hours at a time. They get to keep those leads. So you got to be at these different networking events. On my table, I always have a bowl for a raffle. Clipboard, TV constantly running. I'm setting the stage for people to walk up and say, what you do? I said, you want to know, don't you? See, it's all about how you posture yourself to make people feel like I'm the leader that you deserve to have. All right. I'm the person going to lead you to the LOP, the land of paradise. All right. See, it's all about your posturing, as Brian said. When you walk, You be like, come with me. They don't even know where I'm going. They just say, I'm going with you, Miss Bear. Because I believe in me. I believe in the power of song and what I'm capable of doing. Out of 11 kids, only 2 made it out of Detroit, and I brought everybody down here. Both my parents were alcoholics and drug addicts. See, I'm being transparent. Because all you see is the end result. But what I went through to get here is a whole nother story. So let's go to the first slide, June, for me, please. Why are you a salesperson? What is the purpose of your sales business? Why are you in sales? Now, a lot of people say to make some money. A lot of people, whatever your goals and dreams are. But here's the deal. It's not about you. It's about the value that you can bring to somebody else. See, when you learn to take you out of the equation, it ain't about you, and you're not so consumed with, am I going to close this deal? Am I going to hit this bonus? I need 1 more person, 2 more people. You will never hit it. You know why? Because you're too worried about you. Next one, June, please. Become a trusted authority and posture yourself as a valued representative of your industry. See, you want to be the subject matter expert, what we call them in the Army. You want to be the person they call when they say, son, I got a question about investing, home buy, I did mortgages, credit. See, because I posture myself for people to want to know, like, and trust me, right? And so your substance has got to be more than about, like we talked about earlier, just my econ. What value are you bringing to a person's life? Yes. That's the key. That's right. Develop the mentality of a high 6 or 7 figure salesperson versus the mindset of average. So you don't want to be average. And you don't want to have just enough. Because if all you got is just enough, how can you possibly help somebody else? Y'all with me so far? Give me a Give me another See you next slide. Next slide. All right. I'm talking about detaching yourself from the expectations of making a sale. Instead, focus on whether or not there's a sale to be made. Because what we do ain't for everybody, is it? So you get to pick and choose who you want to help. But how they carry themselves and what values and qualities they have about themselves, right? So this is all the mindset you got to have when you go up and inject yourself in these different type of networking events. It's important. You don't wait for your team leader to do it. You're going to do it yourself. When I moved from Texas, I told Ivy, hey, I was going to look at some buildings when I came to my daughter's graduation. But I talked to him 3 weeks later. I was already set up in my building and having presentations. Because I didn't wait for him. See, you don't build a bridge to go to war. You go to war and build a bridge later. Yes. Make sense, y'all? Yes. Boom. By detaching yourself from the outcome of making a sale, you automatically become open to feeling, understanding, hearing. So you got to listen to what they mean versus what they're saying. Y'all with me? Yeah. Some people just talk way too much. When I was younger in this industry, my mentor had to save me from myself. I was sometimes getting the whole presentation because I didn't know. Next one, Jim. With the traditional selling, here's the deal. 85%, this is the old seller, is engaged in building trust. 10% presentation, 5%. Why? Because the sale is already made by how you postured yourself to that person. Anybody with me? Yeah. So here's the deal. After all, who does your prospects care about, most about? They don't care about you. They care about what value you can bring to who? Yeah. Them. Right. So you can't always come out and start talking my econ. As you get seasoned and get your skill set a little bit stronger, then you'll know when it's time to say what you got to say. But before you can say what you got to say, you got to what? Listen. You got to do what? Listen. Reese asked me, why was I looking like that? Because she was talking to me this morning, just at lunch. And she said, what's wrong? I said, I'm listening. Be comfortable with silence. Silence is queen, king. All right, so your key agenda is having a very skilled conversation with your potential customer and come to a logical conclusion during and after the conversation. But you got to be able to ask key questions to know, okay, what I have fits this situation for this person. But you'll never get to that if you don't what? That's the key. That's going to be your biggest takeaway here, is to listen. Does my prospect have a problem with a present situation? And do it more important, have a desire to change it or not? Because they might have a situation, but they just ain't that hungry to change it. Because people that got complacent and comfortable, and living in a land of lullaby. Right. Ask your question, listen for answers and what those answers really mean. Because the first question or answer that you get, it ain't the real one. That's called the surface question. When you start asking beneath the surface question, you get a whole nother ball game. See, they're just people always be front and acting like they got something. I'm a very basic person. The only reason why I got fingernail polish on and toenail polish on because we had that ball last night. I ain't got no hair. I don't care. I own a mortgage company. My loan officers used to laugh at me because I didn't have a name brand purse. But every week they be coming to me for an advance because they say my purse is regular. I like only white blouses. My team will tell you, I'm staying the basic. They just made me put some little color in it. I didn't finish it. So here's the deal. Ask for a question about their answers to go deeper into the conversation so you can get some dialogue going. Some conversation back and forth to know when and where, okay, they said this, now that's positioning me to be able to say we have this product or service to be able to assist them, right? We're going to have to move fast because I'm out of time. Next one. Their past history, their present situation. Here's the theme, the three main areas. They past, because people still living in the past, carrying that ball and chain. Well, I was molested, I was beat, man. I got some stories to tell y'all to put me on over. But you know what, nobody care about your problems. Nobody care about what you can do to help them, right? The future. See, you got to be able to borrow from the future. You're able to do that by having vision. See, we got somebody here that's what's the gentleman's name that's blind? But I bet you he can see because he's making money. See, Helen Keller was blind, but she had vision. You ain't got to be able to see, not to be able to talk it. Doubt that. You hear him? His vision is red. You got to be able to borrow from your future. Even though you're in the present and leave your past where it's at. Learn how to ask the right questions at the right time in the conversation. It will open, guess what? It will open to your prospects to be open to what you're offering, your solution. What can you do to help them? It's not about I got to get this bonus. It ain't even about the bonus. It's about you bringing value. The only way you can bring value to the marketplace is that you become a better person. How do you become a better person? By putting something into you. Read more books, do more self-development. Put some time into you. But if you don't know enough, your skill set, you're going to get all depressed because you feel like I can't recruit nobody because you ain't been in no meetings, you ain't been in no training. And you wonder why you can't recruit nobody because you haven't developed your skill set. See, the skill set is a process. You got to stay in it long enough to be able to make a change, not just in your life, but the people that you're associated with. You got to make a change in you first. When you get better, you start attracting better people. See, I will out to the universe what I deserve, because I think I deserve to have it all. You got to feel that way. You got to be like, who am I going to decide to help today? Who deserves my help? Because I do pick and choose, and I do turn a lot of people down because I say, hey, this would not be a good fit for you. The more you say that, guess what they want? But why? Why, Miss Geary? When you come across that threshold in my shop, it's game time. Tuesdays and Thursdays, y'all know we get in what position for a webinar? Thursday night, presentation in the company. Let's get it done. No one, if they don't show up, so what? We still train, right? And let them persuade themselves. You know why? They'll talk themselves into buying what you got. You don't have to if you ask the right questions. They're going to tell you why they should be with you. And then I'm asked, but why though? They give you wholeness, they tell you everything. They tell you everything about them. Next one, Jim. They help uncover their problems, or if there are any at all. They got some, and find out if they want to take charge of their situation. See, for me being a retired EA and dealing with the military, they've gotten really complacent because, you know, first sergeant majors and colonels, they have a set amount of money, right? So some people, even though they're paying a lot of taxes, they're complacent. I'm good. You good and broke, you just don't know it yet. They also help analyze and diagnose problems, what has caused the problems and how it's affected them, so you know how you can assist them in the first place. By asking what? The right skill questions. You got to know how to position yourself without coming straight to a person. I've seen people come on, let me tell you what you need to do. You're paying taxes, need to be in my econ. Hey, my econ, her income, they just tell the whole thing up front. You don't even know if that person wants what your service that you provide. I was getting my hair cut. Bill, give me a paper towel, please, baby. My so wonderful husband who I met in a classroom at Fort Jackson, I was teaching. He was paying almost $800 a month, almost 10 years ago when I just got out of the Army. He was complaining. I said, babe, you need a business. He said, I'm going to marry her 3 months later. Thank you, Bill. He's awesome. See, you talk about earlier about picking the right person, because anybody ain't going to line up with your vision. When I was a mortgage broker, he was trying to date me. I was just starting my business. I said, look here, fella. I don't date nobody. And Bill wooed me. I had to push lawnmower on purpose and around me, but I wanted to see if he would cut my grass because my house is all over there. As a country boy, I couldn't give him enough work. He was like, next. He wanted me to go to this ball with him, and I skipped the first ball because I was like, look, I'm focusing on my mortgage company. I just started. I'm a new broker. And he was like, okay, next ball came. He did so much for me. I just said, I'm in, let's go. I couldn't refuse him. He had perseverance. So answering your skill questions is a very powerful internal motivator for your prospects. See, we're not talking about motivating people. You got to be inspired yourself. You better say, okay, now it's time to ask the right questions, see if my service is what they're looking for, right? It will make them automatically feel like they want to do it now instead of someday. Once you learn this, they're going to have a sense of urgency to say, can I go with you? I was running my radio ad. Somebody that used to work for me in my mortgage company came in and heard the ad and said, I don't know what you're doing, but I want in. That's a skill set. See, when you position yourself, and I say, but why though? Why you want to come with me? You don't even know what I'm doing. Because I know wherever you're going to make some money, Miss Gary. But my sister say, son, I think money, everything. Money, love makes the world go round, but it's money to pay the bills. Right? So I want it to be clear that I am always on my hustle. And I'm proud to know that. Because now when people call you with that foolishness, you be like, what? I got to meet? Then they quit calling you. Because they know you what? Focus on what you got to do for you and your family. And not all that ruckus and that foolishness.
That's right. That's right.
You got to be focused like Clydesdales. You see how the horses that Clydesdale, they have guards on there that can't see nothing. They what? They focused. I ain't paying attention to nobody. That's how I am. Don't tell me you ain't gonna make no meeting. Don't tell me I won't hear all that. See? You don't have to persuade them because hey, you focus and you listening to them to know when and where. You can literally ask people into buying. They're gonna ask you, can I go with you? So what's next? They're gonna say, what's next? What I gotta do? Their answers can give them a different perspective on why they keep allowing their problems to happen and internally motivate them. They'll start to think it. Dang, she has some hard questions. Maybe I really need to think about that. Yeah, you should. Because your questions empower your prospects to get in touch with their emotion.
Yes.
Emotion, what's going on really inside of you, how it's eating them up, and how you have the answer. But you got to know when and where to provide that. So when you're standing up here, you don't want to be, I have giveaways, I have all kind of ways of getting people over here to see me. I invest in my business. I do. We had our conference. I put for our first conference, y'all know we put on the show, didn't we? That was a nice conference for those who came, right? I invested out my pocket over $3,000. See, the leader always lead from the front. The secret never change if you ain't the lead dog. Leadership is action, not position. You got to be lead from the front and say, hey, I'm doing this, let's go. You got to paint that picture.
Yes.
And when I put these booths together, I practice with my people because I got a young team. We only been out there in South Carolina a year. Wow. But my team is young, but they got the experienced leader. Where y'all at, American Falcons? Next one, Junior. That's the riff-raff group over there. Your questions will open up your prospects to really think the consequences of not going with you. See, here's what's going to happen if you don't do this. Because if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to keep what? As Mike Tyson said, that's stupid. How it's going to affect them financially if they don't do a paradigm shift. Your job is to help them do a shift in the way they feel and think about money. But you got to get your skill set together to know this is what I can offer to make them a better person. Next one, Junior. Concentrate on who you are talking to. Now, when I have these, I take my team, we go down before we practice, and like we got a women's conference coming up September 10th. 20,000 women is going to come down to the convention center. Surely, if you train your team and you practice before you go down there, what they going to say, then they go down there with some confidence, feel like they can take the world. Right. I would Miss Gear. I can eat things. Listen to what they're saying, and more importantly, mean it. Use the body language. If they go in here, no, I'm done, y'all. Sorry, they kicked me out. All right, thank you. Too much dancing. Use body language such as good eye contact. You want to make that person feel like she really do or he really does care about me as a person. See, I love on people. My heart go out to people. I just love on people because it's just good to do. I'm so fortunate enough to have something to be able to say, okay, you don't have any food, I'll give you $100, $200, let me take you shopping. But I put myself in position to be able to do that.
Yes.
Right?
Amen.
Do not think about what you are going to say. You got to listen. People already got an answer. See, if you do this, they ain't even finished. You need this. I was getting my hair cut, as I was saying earlier, and a guy that does massages. Now I'm back getting my razor on my head. The barber introduced him to me, told me that he does massages. Guess what he said to me? You need a massage. Now, mind you, I'm back in the chair, and he was real close to me, like in this area. See, he lost me right there, because first of all, you don't even know what's going on with my body to even figure out if I require your service. So therefore, he lost me. He wanted to come down to our conference, our very first conference, and set up a booth. Now, y'all that know me know that dog wouldn't go hunt. I said, this is not a good fit for you. He called me when he got out of there because he was that thirsty. See, he hadn't got his skill set together. He got much to learn. Being present will set you apart. Be present in the moment. We're called human beings because we're being in the moment.
That's right.
You cannot make any mistakes with what we do.
That's true.
This is called baptism by fire.
Yes.
You learn as you go. And you learn what not to do the next time. But you got to do something in order what to learn not to do wrong the next time. There ain't no wrong and right as an entrepreneur. You just learn and you learn because you go discuss that with your team leader, and your team leader say, well, have you considered this? And they say, dang, I'm going to get them next time. Ain't nobody that. She's like, wait till I get that question again next time and knock them out. That builds your confidence because you out there learning and growing and you get better. You get better. You in motion. You stay in motion, right? You don't care what's going on. You don't care what the outcome is because you focus on the end result. What can I do to bring value to that person's life?
There you go.
Give them life.
All right.
Oh, go. This is my man up here. He's here. He's here. Have you ever done one of the following? Answer the question for them when you ask for something. Because you're too busy trying to get your stuff out. It ain't always about my economy. Change the subject. I've seen people talk, oh my goodness, when I hear people talk to people, they be all over the place. And they ain't even focused. See, when I talk to somebody, I talk to them with an agenda. I already have my motive together, what I'm going to say. But I'm going to know to connect with them and ask the right questions first. Because sometimes you may not even get to it at that point, right?
That's right.
Ask another question with a question. Ask another question with a question. You'll be surprised how you start going beneath the surface instead of on top of the surface. On what's really going on, right? When you ask a question, be silent and be comfortable with that silence. That felt good, didn't it?
All right.
So you're comfortable in your own skin. It's just simply being respectful. It's not a trick. And you're being courteous to that person so you can listen. It allows the prospect you are talking to feel like, hey, they really want to take care of me and not just get my money. Because you don't want to be coming on too salesy to people. All she's trying to do is give me sign up so she can make some money off me. No, I mean person. I don't say that, but I am a little bit more aggressive than the average person because I'm all about my business.
That's right.
Give me number two. I like them. We got to hurry up. The ultimate feedback is at the end of the sales conversation. So we're going to go through what happens when a person walks up to your booth and how you should be posturing and position yourself. Because remember, this is a booth that you're at different types of events, and we're going to cover some of those events. How you are probably approaching what you're supposed to say, okay? This is the time when you're in position to know, hey, can I get your number? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? Because you told me this about you. I'm getting ready to move very fast. Okay, so now you've met them. They came up to your booth. I asked, this is a leading question right here, so I helped them out. They're going to ask, what's income shifting? And every time you say something, you kind of got to downplay what you really do instead of just jumping into, my name is Sonny Garrett, I'm a e-com representative. We help people save money, $200, $500. People like, dang, I just asked a question. See, they don't need all that at that time, okay? So, because of this, making you feel, when you listen to what they say, you're going to repeat what they said to you. Because you're going to say, hey, yeah, I'm with the company, but if you mind if I ask you a couple questions before we get to what we do? And they don't just standing there, you got time. For my team, let me tell you, when I have these booths and we do these networking events, we run a contest. Because there's a plethora of people out there, and when I was in Texas, my team wanted to challenge me to say whoever recruited the most people. I said, okay. Young group want to test me. Okay, that don't even make sense, dude. But they did it, but that's good. That was a learning tool for them. See, you ain't always got to tell them, you got to show them. And so this was a Black Hair Expo event in El Paso, Texas. And I went to every booth. 2 people, my team was left there. Because you don't never want to go, we're going to talk about how many people should be at these booths. By the time we finished, I had about 70 names. They only had about 4 or 5. Because they didn't position themselves the way that they should. That was a good learning lesson for them. Next one, you're going to move real fast. So then you get into, after you ask them something about them and what you do. You know they ain't heard of it. You know they ain't, 9 times out of 10, they ain't heard of it. So, once you finish with telling them what you do after you heard what they did, because you repeat it back to them, you ask them, is this something you might be looking for? And so you got ways of drawing them in. You got your lights on, you got your TV, y'all giving away TV. I have my video on. I have a clipboard, I have raffle tickets because I'm invested in my business. I believe in me, so I put money in me and my team. Okay, my husband tells me to slow down a little bit because I be buying everything on my website though. Give me some credit, Bill. Next one, I'm gonna go real fast. Let's talk about some of the places where you can meet people. See, I was out there when I even told y'all last night I was in the desert by myself for real. El Paso, Texas. El Paso was 5 minutes from the border. No one spoke English. And so I had to inject myself in the community. So I went on Meetup Group and found other network marketing companies. And I went to those meets to meet people. I just signed my econ. I ain't know nobody, so that wasn't no problem for me. Because everybody meet my friend. And I don't heard with Miss Janice. I don't remember nobody's name. Miss Janice beat me up. I just call everybody baby. Hey baby, how you doing? Because I meet so many people and I'm not emotionally attached to people, but I'm getting better at that because people want to know their name. The sweetest thing to a person's ears is their name. And they don't want it messed up 4 or 5 times. So I'm working on that. Because I got out, get up, get out, go get that money. It's time to work. So I'm going to go and meet. If ain't no meetup group there that I like, I'm going to make my own up. Costs a few dollars to join. Meet you some people. It ain't no reason why you can't go online and go to meetupgroup.com and make something happen in your town. I just happened to went into a network marketing meeting by Salas. It was a bunch of active duty soldiers that was in the academy. I introduced myself. And they was all EAs and stuff. In the Sergeant Major Academy, I said, who's the top producer here? The guy, he was a young guy, Mark Clark, his name. The little EA went and got him for me, he came over there. Yeah, what's up? He was serious, and he had good posture. I liked his energy. I said, I introduced myself, said, you paying, this is your meeting? He said, yeah. I said, you paying taxes? He said, yeah, everybody pay taxes. Y'all know that was the wrong thing for him to say. See, I was already in position. I took 2 new marketing directors. I said, y'all just pay attention, don't do nothing. Don't y'all say nothing. This is a skill set. Do not try this at home, kids. You can't go in all network marketing companies. I know you can't come to me because I'm rooted and try to recruit me. You just can't because I'm seasoned. I'm a professional.
There you go.
So boom, I said a few things to him and said I'll talk to you after the meeting because he was like, I pay taxes. My wife is a major. She paid taxes. Oh, he was black. We paying about $1,600 a month. I said, how would you like to get that money back? Legally, more than ethically. He said, how? I said, I'll talk to you after the meeting and I left. I wouldn't have sat down because now I had him, Thinking. That's all he needed to know at that time. So I went around the whole room talking while they was giving their presentation. Presentation lasts an hour. They just said you get tax deduction. Everything else was about the product. And that's what makes us so unique in my econ.
Amen.
Because we don't focus on the product. I tell my team, you better not be coming in there trying to tell me this had no mall meeting to set up no mall. Bring nobody in no mall. Next one, June. Here we go. Let's go. Go to places. Get out the house. Graduations, birthdays, bar mitzvahs, whatever. Go be there. Toastmasters. Look, I joined Toastmasters even in Texas. I act like I was shy to talk. I did. I was like, and they was working on my skill set in there for me. I won. They had these little trophies. But didn't Rachel bring home some little bitty trophies? I had about 10 of them trophies. I was in that network and they ain't on no better. I mean, a lot of people. I be on my hustle. I'm creative. I don't care what nobody tell me. Because I'm not emotionally attached to them. Go back one June for me, baby. That's a great place to start if you got shyness, scared to talk. It's a great place to start. Join one in your area, right? Pull some resources together with your team. Let's do a radio ad. I love marketing. Marketing is my gig. See, when you market to people, you bring value on why they should buy whatever you selling or product or service. Because you're showing them the value. So I was a big marketer doing mortgages. And so some of those people, when I came back from Texas and started running my ad, my ad never, first of all, said my econ. I said, this is Sana Garrett. You want to get a pay raise? You want to get out of debt? And people now walk in my office and say, hey, there's a sign out there that says I can get a pay raise. How I get out of debt? I heard your ad. Because we went in on some ads. Junior, can you put that ad on real quick? Can I get 10 more minutes? I'm almost done, Ivy. Okay. You got that ad? Invest in your business. It's tax deductible anyway. All right. All right. That's it. Did y'all like that? That was good, wasn't it? All right. Did you accumulate debt from Christmas and already spent the money from your tax return? Having credit challenges and struggling with a lot of bad debt? Hi, I'm Sana Garrett Smith, Executive Vice President with My Econ, the personal financial success company. Join us for our first annual 2016 Cash Flow Conference on Saturday, May 14th from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Marriott Hotel. My Econ will assist you with restoring your credit, getting out of debt, start investing, and putting you back on the road to financial freedom. Listen, everyone desires more cash flow to reach their financial goals, but most people lack the financial strategy to know how.
It's the first annual My Econ 2016 Cash Flow Conference, Saturday, May 14th at the Columbia Marriott, 1200 Hampton Street. Registration is $29.95 now and $39.95 after May 3rd. Seats are filling up fast, so get registered today by dialing 470-6057 or go to bcttaxcenter.com. Become a master at increasing your money blueprint, and remember, the person that knows your money owns your money, and that person should be you.
Y'all need to be down at the radio station at 8 o'clock on, Miss Garrett. I don't sleep. I think sleeping is a waste of time. But I know we have to. Because I always got my mind on my money and my money on my mind. And so my teammate, they ain't early people, especially my husband. Woo, I've been on wash the car, cut the grass. He be feeling, guess the bill is okay, you can rest. He's like, why you always doing something, stinky lady? So invest in your team. I pulled 25 guests at my conference from my ad. See, my team is young. They didn't see the vision. See, they got to have somebody that can stretch them. I had a month and a half to 2 months to do I even said, you got to do a conference. Okay. I don't question what he said. It was my first one. But I know I better get in North Carolina, Strose. I need to get up to Maryland to see how it's done. Because I was going to watch that and then I was going to put mine on steroids. See, I set a tone because I work in a high state of excellence. I said, well, let me go see how they doing. I told my team, hey, y'all, what y'all think about this? We ain't got enough time. Yes, we do. You don't need that much time. I'll meet y'all down there. Hey, we run like 5 different ads on credit, debt, everything. And then when I let Ivy here, when he came down there, he said, oh, you having 2. He said, why you only got first annual? It ain't your first, you're going to have them every twice a year. I'm like, oh. Next one, June. That's part of what you can do. Next thing, business networking events, B&I. Get involved in theirs. If you ain't one in that area, then you go start up one. Don't worry about what your team lead ain't doing. What you doing, that's your business. It ain't your team leader business. You gotta eat. You gotta pay your bills. People can't be saying what they team leader, what the company did. Get out of that denial stage. What stage is that on Brian? He said on stage 4. What the company ain't doing. Everybody ain't doing that, but it's your business. Somebody supposed to bring some people to you. Next one, Joe. Really? Chamber of Commerce. I joined the Chamber of Commerce. I really did that just for my grand opening because I have more leads in time than I can shake a stick at. But I got connected, and it was for my grand opening. It was pretty good. That's a great place to tap into also. You got to be at these type of networking events where you got a booth. Surround yourself around people and know, hey, if I'm coming in here and I got whatever hours I'm spending, if I'm doing it by myself, I did a lot of these as a mortgage, as a loan officer, then as a broker. I started getting my loan officers to help me because there ain't no power in the number one. Next one, June. So now here's some of the things that I do not recommend you do at these. Do not sit behind the table. I can't stand that because then people, they scared. They sit behind, please don't come up and ask me nothing. Now this is a real event I went to in Myrtle Beach. I took one of my women's Thompson at. Wait a minute, back to that radio ad. Well, I got two ladies here from the radio ad right there. Stand up for me real quick. I'm going to go back to the radio ad. You came to the conference, didn't you? And y'all heard me say I'll give you a discount if you sign up right now at $25, didn't you? You had 4 days of training. I just met these people, May 14th. Wow. I signed up myself that day. Congratulations, ladies. Bring them down here at the conference. That's the power of leadership. Get them down here that young in the game. They have some more staying power, right? Don't sit behind the table, folks. This is a real event. I went with Miss Thompson. She was saying she didn't have some help. So I said, okay, I'm going to go down there and show you how to do it for real. And it was a value. She recruited somebody. That looked familiar, didn't it, Miss Thompson? So I told her, go back to the other one, June. Everybody was going around introducing themselves. And I was standing just like this because they wanted all these people that had jobs. I already knew I was going to be recruiting them. And there was other people that was coming in. But I said, record me and watch this, Miss Thompson. Now, I was posturing myself because they was going all around the room. This is how they was introducing themselves. My name is Kim. And I work for Bell South. Or when they was all for Miss Thompson? And I said, record me, watch this. And I literally stood up there. Y'all know I was laying down, learning to cut. I literally was standing like this. Then I introduced myself, 30 seconds. I said why I was there. And they came to our classroom, didn't they? Miss Thompson was like, girl, you bad. I said, I know, right? I go out there and take my team and say, let's go do this together. When you go to these events, you don't want to go with 1 or 2 people. Because first of all, you don't want to what? Next one, leave your booth unmanned or unwoman. Those of you in the general in the army, you know the first general order. I regard everything within the limits of my post and put my post on the front. Now y'all didn't know I still do that. Y'all know that? And where the army folk at? They left they post, didn't it? People gonna come by and steal their stuff. Hey. You don't leave your post. That's your stuff. Next one, June. We're gonna move real quick. Okay, now you gotta have some giveaways to draw them in. Now I buy a TV because my team done pitched in. I ain't spending all the money myself. It's called asset leverage. You gotta be able to leverage other people's time, education, leadership, and money. That's right. I wasn't used to help. I've been out in the wilderness for 10 years. I called Ivy. I said I'm having a networking event booth. He sent me all these CDs and brochures. Now my husband was like, you got a box from Ivy. I tell you, I thought I was a Toys R Us. I was like, I said, I love you, Ivy. Help is good. When you got your support chat, woo! You can chat in the world. I'm like, I got Ivy stuff to me. I don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all know we got training on Saturday. Get in there. That's awesome to have the support. So you come up with the money to raise the money for the TV. Get your clipboard, get your raffle tickets, because now you're positioning yourself to when you ask these questions, you get that information. That's the bottom line. You got to get that information. A lead becomes a prospect when you get their name and number. Yeah. No name and number, no money, because you ain't got nobody to call. That's right. Who you gonna call? That's bam. I knew y'all was gonna say that. Come on, June, let's pull it up. Let's go, baby. Bam, this is us. See, I positioned myself right outside the convention. I didn't want to be in there. I said, okay, let's go, y'all. We practiced, went through the scripts, and they was ready to kick the door in. Did we do that, Did we do that, y'all? We did that, didn't we? Two different events. Because I'm going to get out there and I'm going to find somebody. I don't care. I even was telling when they were out in the dash when I was really out there. And I said, come get me in a week. I can have people. I'll have centipedes and stuff, recruit. I'll be out there. I'll find somebody to talk to. Next one, June. Well, go back 3 people, always. Go back 3 people because one can roam. You don't want to stay at the move when y'all know each other. Why y'all don't stay? Don't stay at the move. One gonna roam. I'm gonna talk to the other business. Here we go. Go meet you. That's one with Miss Thompson. Wasn't it Miss Thompson? I said, now watch. I went and got everybody's information. These the vendors. They got jobs. They went Mary Kay, leadership. Them good people to have, right? Yeah. Give me your number, baby. They give it to you. So when you talking to somebody, if you got a business, you want to be able to let them know. You got a booth set up what you do and how you let them know instead of going to the classical sales system. We do this, we do that. No, ask the right questions. I'm going to walk through these real quick because my time is way up. So you got to be able to understand what to say when it comes to what they're saying to you first, to ask the right questions about how lead in could be income shifting. Sometimes it ain't for everybody, what I got to say. So I'll be like, okay, it was nice meeting you, baby. Next one. Because here's the deal, with income shifting, your goal is what? Expose them to the money, okay? But that ain't what the whole My Econ is about. Show them how they can make some more money. And then asset accumulation is the bottom line. And then by you having them there, they're going to want that TV. They're going to want what you try to, it's free. Can I get your number? And let me tell you what happens when we get done with this. Next one, June. What happens, because I'm getting the information, right? What happens when you're done, only one person can win the TV, right? But everybody that my team called, they all get a free, all they hear is free from the women's conference or whatever conference. They call you back. I got a free what? Oh, you didn't win the TV, but you want to just, I give this away. Biggest, they want something. And so that's my lead, they were calling them. Everybody won, but only one person can win the TV, right? So I got the information, I put it in here, got my clipboard, I'm in position. We see them coming. And don't just jump out, rah, I'm in my econ. Gotta learn how to ask the right questions and posture yourself. You know if you connected with that person by how they're looking at you. I already know, come on into my spider web. No, I'm just joking. That's what you, bam, so here we go. You got to listen to what they're saying. Once you listen, again, I'm gonna say this 1,000,000 times because some people just don't understand. They just believe in telling somebody what they need to do. Get the right skill questions at the right time and know, okay, now, because of what they told me, it's time for me to say it. Let's go, Jim. Because here's the deal. To become a 7-figure earner in sales, your goal is selling is not to focus on making the sale. It is to focus on whether or not there's a sale to be made in the first place. Right? Everybody working. Everybody with me, right? Do like that. All right, can I make sure y'all wait? Because this is my last one. When you detach yourself from the expectations of making a sale, you automatically take the pressure off of you. Take the pressure off of who? Because all you did was gave them some information, whether they want it or not, they get to make the decision, not you. And you on to the next person. 320 Americans, people in the world, out here in America. Millions of them without jobs. So next. Okay, next one. They want to trust you and know that you have their best interest. And know that you're just not trying to get their money. And part of that you have to what again? Ask them how you feel. How does that make you feel that you pay $700, $800 a month when you could be putting that in your pocket? Like what? They doing that for real to me? See, I take a person through an emotional roller coaster. They happy they met me. They mad they pay a taxes, but they happy they with me. For real. Bam! Folks, I know I went over my time, but listen, get out, get up, get out, go get your